Hey guys, today I want to show you how I prepare my live sets on the Synthstrom Deluge. So what I do with the clips, how to handle this, how to play a song, and how to transition from one track to another. Well, and let's start. Well, first, what do we have here? We are running here on community firmware 1.2, most stable to me. That's why we are in the grid view. The grid view is like a representation of clips, a clip overview comparable to Ableton Live's clip view. So we see here clips. We do not actually know what's in those clips. To be prepared, I color-coded all clips and I tried to build bridges. Let's call it bridges. So we have here blue, which represents blue bass drum. We have it in all tracks blue. In all of my tracks, I organize it in blue. We have here red, which means the red hat. If you like, we can just have a list to it. Yes, that's a kick, I would say. And red is the hi-hat. We have always red, but there are different hi-hats like this. And we have just more than one hi-hat at a time. For instance, with an additional ride to drive more. Yeah. So, what's behind green? Behind green, we have the clap. I gain staged every clip, so it works pretty well together. And as you can see here, maybe important, I turned on here the 1 knob compressor to 10, threshold to 10. 1 knob, totally fine for me, sounds great. So let's put in here another hi-hat. You see here? Yeah, it's an open hi-hat for high intensity. And you see, the more clips you have, the more intense the whole thing gets. Okay. What is blue? Maybe a bass. It's a bass. It's not very often that I have a bass in my tracks because I have very often a rumble kick. But it's a smooth one, it's a slow one, so that's why here a bass. All things pink and violet, colorful for me as a bridge, are synthesizers. Variations of synthesizers. Lots of synthesizers. Here's something ravey. So, in a way, it's always a bit of a surprise what happens next. And maybe you saw the cursor that was running through. I tried to organize all clips in the same length for the whole song. Because then I know what happens when the new scene starts, or when the new scene starts. And we can check this when we go in the rose mode, the original mode. And you see here, it's evenly cut to 4 bars. This is important to me to have a good flow, to have better control. But let's go back to the grid mode. A lot of information, not totally detailed information, but enough information to have a great live set. Okay, what else? Very important, when we transition to another track, we have to open new clips. So in the settings, I turn the sample preview to disabled. I explain later how we avoid bad surprises. Okay, what else? Well, there's actually no more preparation left, and we can start to play the track. And now I bring in the hi-hat clap. Here we have a synthesizer, I know. So I turn off, as a preparation, full reverb to make it more cloudy. Go to the high cut, turn completely down to create a proper fade and start it. Let's see what happens. Nice. And the bass. Here in the next scene you see there's the bass drum missing. So it's like a drop. We are at effect entire. I can see here for the cut, I have set it to a low cut. And we go to the next scene. And go to the next one. It seems as if we would play it again. Oh, and there we have the ride. Why not give it a low cut with a resonance? What happens? And here again, we missed the bass drum. That means it's kind of a drop. Let's bring in modulation effect. Gorgeous, here are the claps. Let's give it more delay. And we take care for the volume. And some modulation effect. Let's go to the next scene. This pink one is a great one. Make it a bit louder. Next scene. Oh, the rave. Okay, next scene, I guess. This was not very smooth. I would have done it different. But let's go down to this one and back. And we could start this track again. Let's try the stutter. Well, not perfect, but worth a try. going on here? Okay, and I was promising I want to show you how I transition to the new track. It's very easy. First, we take off all melodic elements because it could interfere with the next chords and with the next scales. That means we turn down the raver first by volume. Here we can make it different. Why not do the low cut? Okay, we did it with the reverb. Perfect. And the last thing is the bass. Let's leave the bass. Bring the intensity down. This is the right. Okay, now it's pretty perfect, cleaned up. We can start a new track. So all clips here are audio clips. That means I can integrate any file I have on my card. So we have here the song which is called 133 somewhere. So this is the BPM as we're doing techno. The next song I am going to load is a 133 song, BPM song. Yeah. So what I do then is I pick a new clip to an audio file, and this is here. I created an empty audio file, and as I want to create a smooth transition, I turn this clip down to 0. And I do the same for this and for this. Here I have to create that audio clip, and you see volume is turned up and I turn it down, and I do the same here and it's turned up. So we have 4 empty clips, and I go to the blue mode, shift, browse, and I go to a folder which I was creating, which is called transitions. And as you see here are all my transition clips for all songs I created on my card. And as I put the BPM in the front, I can easily move to 133. And what I'm doing here is I pick the folder of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, my previous song I was releasing. Let's go into this, and you see here, one sheep kick. Oh, it's a perfectly fall to the floor cut kick. As we turned off the sample preview, we want here what we picked, so we have to read it, and I put it in there. I go back to the view, to the grid view, and I go into the next one, and I browse, and we have here the hi-hat. Perfect. We go to the third clip, we browse, and let's take the percussion back, and to the fourth we take the hook. Just 4 elements. It's perfect for a transition. And now we go to the green mode. Everything is turned down, and let's start to play all of them. We turned everything down, and bring in the hook. Let's see what happens. Perfect. It suits to the bass. And here was percussion. Here we have the hi-hat, and I bring it in with a low cut. nice. There's my hi-hat. I can bring it with full spectrum when I turn this one a little down. Now it's fully there. Bring it down. Perfect. Height is gone. And now what we do with the kick. Of course, again with a high pass. Bring it in. Oh. This is now almost done. The clap is gone. This one is gone. We can turn it off. So this is my track with the electric sheep. And now a banging feature of the Deluge comes. We can load seamlessly the next song. And this is called Sheep. We still have here the controls of the old song. That means I can use the low cut. I already see here the new song, and it's starting with a perfect scene. And let's bring in here some of this. Isn't that perfect? Let's play the song. I love it. So, as you can see, I showed you how I prepare my clips, how I color code my clips, how I arrange the scenes in my live set, and how I transition from one track to another. And I must admit, I can play like this, like 3 hours in a row. It's always fun. It's always entertaining for the audience. And it's just one box running on batteries. So what's better than that? Thanks guys. I play with.